good evening, or good morning, Canada. Well, I'm Taiwan, but whatever you're in Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, welcome to the Global Family Meeting 42. Before starting, please mute yourself when you're not talking. However, we love to see you. So please switch on your camera for more interaction. Now, let's welcome our club president, Kyoko Minamoto.
Oh, thank you, Patsy, for the nice introduction. So, welcome. Good evening, Toastmaster family. So, I'm Kyoko, your club president, and I'm very happy to see all of you tonight. So, thank you for spending time with us. So, whether you are taking a meeting role, giving a speech, or simply joining to support one another, your presence makes our club stronger. So I'm sure we'll all learn something new from one another. Okay, so and then we have guests tonight. So welcome, Michael.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for joining tonight. So I hope you enjoy the meeting tonight. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
okay. So now it is my pleasure to introduce our Toastmaster of the meeting. So Joseph, who will guide us through tonight's meeting. Okay, Joseph Copy, meeting is yours.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much and welcome. So happy to just see Kyoko shining in her role as president. I was delighted. She sent out this beautiful little email, all the information so clear, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to just see her leadership in our club. And speaking of leadership, leaders need lots of words of wisdom, sort of knowledge to help guide good decisions. And the thing is that Global Family, to me, what makes us stand out as a club is the kinds of leaders that we have. District leaders, we have region advisors, all these people who really elevate the sort of what we're able to offer as a club in terms of leadership experience. And so what I am hoping to hear from people, either through the Google form that I shared, or you can share in the chat. What are some words of wisdom that you have gotten recently? For example, I hosted and interpreted for a wedding where the bride and groom loved Marcus Aurelius and his writings on Stoicism. And then I was thinking about that the past couple of days because he has this quote that's something like, the quality of your life is often impacted by the content of your thoughts. And as someone who overthinks things, it really resonated with me as a bit of a words of wisdom. Today we have a couple of role takers. In Global Family as an advanced club, we don't do in-depth explanations of those roles, but I want to respect every single person who is taking a role and give them some time to say hello. And the first person I'd like to give that opportunity to is our timer. And so I'd love to just invite Sylvia. You can turn on your mic, give us a wave, and tell us good evening, and share some words of wisdom with us very briefly.
Good evening, Global Family members. I'm Sylvia from District 67, and today I'm glad to be the timer. And I'm kind of nervous because it has been a while not attending this such a good quality meeting. So I hope everyone could enjoy the meeting today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And then coming at us with all of the wisdom, Kyoko, say hello. Give us some words of wisdom.
Oh, good evening again, everyone. I'm taking an counter. So my wisdom is no, my wisdom is don't be too perfect. Just do it. Yes. So I hope we enjoy the meeting. Don't be perfect, just enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. I call it the Nike approach. Just do it. Wonderful. Well, we'll be hearing more from different speakers, role takers. I'm sure Table Topics will deal a lot with this theme as well. And I hope all of us can learn and grow through just kind of that sharing opportunity. We're going to dive right into speeches. Speaker number one was our past VPE. She wrangled us online leaders into a community and helped us reach Select Distinguished. And you saw that beautiful trophy that we got from District 67. She's currently serving as our SAA, our Zoom Master in Chief. And today she's doing a speech from the Presentation Mastery Path, Level 3. It's all about persuasive speaking. And that title is Reset. Now, Patsy has shared a little bit of wisdom. And that is, it has been extremely hot in Taipei. Stay cool. And the other thing is, a little extra dose here, is there's a key word that's going to be revealed in her speech. So everyone, be listening out for that key word. It's going to be filled with a lot of wisdom. You're going to enjoy this speech because Patsy is a fantastic speaker. Let's welcome up to the digital stage, Patsy.
We all have dark sides. What if you have made a terrible mistake, as ugly as can be? Someone came to your life, put a button to reset. Did a single act change your life? How? When I was young, Mom and Dad sent me to United States to study. Well, beautiful place, isn't it? But with very limited resources, I did not have much money, so I have to work part-time. Not the ringtone from your smartphone. That is the cash register. I enjoy working as a cashier. One night, at the end of the shift, I start doing the audit. So I took the removable tray from the cash register to the back office, start doing my audit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Everything went fine, so I made that money deposit. So while I went back to the station, you know what I found? Underneath of the cash drawer, I found a $20 bill. Wow. It must be God. Give me a tip. So I just put to my pocket secretly. You know, I know, that's God knows. 2 years later, I had another excellent opportunity to go to Las Vegas. Have you been to Vegas? You know that the city is for the rich and the famous, right? For me, I wanted to hit the jackpot for a millionaire. But I was going to the university again. Upon graduation, I was required to do a 100 hours practicum. Wow. With my last interview, I was guided by the security guard from the HR office. He took me in a tiny isolated room and saw the machine called lie detector machine. It was pulled out. Here, I believe another wire, one wire is attached to the heart. Another wire is going to tell you if you lie, do you still have a heart? From the other side, I heard the officer start asking me, is your name Patty Wu? Yes, sir. Are you 25 years old? Yes, sir. Are you taking any drugs? No, sir. Have you ever stolen any money from work? No, sir. The end of the interview, the officer came to me. He said, "Young lady, I think you are a crook." Feel so embarrassed. I didn't even know what to say. Still, I did 2 years ago. The humbly back today. Just so regretted. 2 weeks later, I received a letter from the hotel HR office. As you can think, that will be a rejection letter. Do you like to open up the rejection letter? Me? Mine as well, faces. So I opened the letter and it was read. Dear Miss Wu, thank you for coming for the interview the other day. We value you as the hotel student. Speaking from Great. I got a job. Sir. Why? Fellow members, until this day, I still questioning why I had this job opportunity. Apparently, the officer gave me a chance to reset. If I hadn't been given this opportunity, I would never be graduated. If I never had been given this opportunity, I would never have worked in the hotel industry, become a professional, even train over 2,000 employees. If I hadn't been given this opportunity, I would never have had the compassion and the sympathy to people who just like me and give them role. Fellow members, do you believe that people can change? May or may not. But if it is no chance to be given, no one can grow. So be the one, hit the reset button. Your glory might help someone to restore their life, rebuild their life, and even change their future. Toastmaster of the evening.
All right, round of applause for Patsy. Wonderful. What I'd like to do is just take 1 minute, give everybody 1 minute to write just a little bit of feedback. You can send it directly to Patsy personally. You don't have to put it in the group chat, anything at all. So Sylvia, please just give me a red or raise your hand when we get to 1 minute.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. All right. You've seen the timer. She's hit us with red. Sylvia says, it's time to move on. Feel free to finish up your comment to Patsy. No problem, but we are going to move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is the current Vice President of Public Relations. If you've seen a poster and you thought, man, I look really good in that poster, or if you like our backgrounds, like, wow, this is very whimsical. It's all thanks to Andy stepping in after Kyoko and learning some good words of wisdom from Kyoko as VP PR. Andy is one of, how to best describe Andy? There's a lot of charm. There's a lot of charisma. He's somebody that his presence really fills the room, because the first time I met him in person was during his trips to Taiwan. And each time I've met him, there's just so much warmth that just comes from Andy. When he was thinking about words of wisdom, I really like this quote. It's from Breen Brown, who she does studies on like empathy and community and connection. And in a TED Talk, I believe it was from a TED Talk, she said, "Connection is why we are here. It's what gives us purpose and meaning to our lives." And this is the quote that Andy shared. And I think it's a quote that really reflects Andy in a lot of ways. Today, Andy, much like Patsy, is speaking from Presentation Mastery. He's at the level 3 and doing Understanding Vocal Variety. And his speech title is Understanding Emotion. Understanding Emotion. Let's welcome Andy.
How well do you understand your emotions? Nobody had ever asked me that question. For most of my life, I thought I was a calm person. I didn't have big ups and downs. And honestly, I was so proud of that, because in Korea, showing emotion means showing weakness. But when someone asked me, "How are you doing? How do you feel?" I had one word ready. If things are going well, great. If things were not fine, tough. That was it. That was my whole emotional vocabulary. One word at a time, and never more than one. I've never once thought of actually expressing what I felt. And when you've got only one word, of course, it is very easy to look calm. Fortunately, this year I ran into emotional intelligence, and it really changed my life and how I saw myself. And I knew about the concept, but I've never got a chance to practice it. So today I'd like to share some of what I found and I practice. For those who don't know, emotional intelligence is being able to notice what you are feeling, understanding what it means, and use that to decide what to do. It is not about getting rid of bad feelings. It is not about staying positive. Every emotion is carrying information. Anger might be telling you someone crossed a line. Anxiety might be telling you you are not ready. Boredom might be telling you you're stop growing. The problem is we throw that message away before we actually read that emotion. So I decided to practice this concept. So I started with something familiar. I think everyone's familiar, being a Toastmaster of the day at the club. Every time I prepare for a role, I had one feeling, one word, nervous. Even I'm an experienced member, I felt nervous. But this time I stopped and looked a bit closer into that nervousness. And there were actually two things in there. The first feeling was worry. As one of the more experienced members, I wanted to set a good example. And the second feeling I felt was excitement. Because if I did run it well, that's exactly the kind of member I wanted to be. Same route, both of them, but I bury the two different feelings into one word, nervous. Once I pull them apart, each one told me something different. The worry said, prepare more. So I did. The excitement said, that is what I actually want. And that gave me the energy. That's when it clicked. Naming a feeling doesn't make it go away. It makes it if you name it, it makes you can use it usefully. So I move to the herder one. Real life. I'm in the workplace. I have a colleague. The way he deal with the customer had bothered me for months. A customer asks a question and he answer right away. No checking, no discussion. And the worst part is his answer was always wrong. If you ask me how I felt, I had given you only one word before I practiced this emotional intelligence. I was annoyed. But this time, I stayed with this feeling annoyed, and I tried to see underneath this one word. And I found three things. First, fear. I was worried that information was reaching customers before it was ready. Second, doubt. I doubt about whether our team was really doing its best work. And the third, I feeling left out because I wanted to be part of that discussions. I wanted to help him to give the right answer, but he made it all the decision by alone. I'd spent months thinking that was all about him before I practiced emotional intelligence. But in reality, it wasn't. I wish I could tell you that we had a great conversation, so everything has been solved. But actually, I couldn't get a chance to talk with him. But something changed. He stopped being the annoying colleague. Nothing about him changed. But after understanding the feeling underneath the annoying, and I was free from that feeling, and I could control what I could focusing on, and I could finally see what I could do, not him. So I tried to focusing on the process. So I didn't fix anything, but uh, but but everything become lighter. So I would like to ask you, how well do you understand your emotions? For more than 30 years, I thought I was calm, but maybe I wasn't calm. Maybe I just never got past to express my feeling with my first word. So, fellow Toastmasters, tonight, why don't you pick one moment from your day and ask yourself, what was actually what was you actually feeling? Then look for a better word than the first one that comes to your mind. If you do that, you might find there might be a more meaning behind that one particular feeling you always find. Back to Toastmaster.
Wow, wow, wow. Andy, fantastic sharing about the emotions, what you're actually feeling, and what you're achieving when you start to be able to name the emotion. Again, I'll be asking Sylvia, our timer with the best profile picture ever, geez, to be able to time for 1 minute so you can take a moment and write to Andy. All right. The real boss of the meeting, our timer, says time is up. Feel free to keep tapping away and share with Andy. I hope that all of us, even with that 1 minute, you can only really grab like just one thing to share. But I think that's valuable to get all of that feedback from all of us. So do take that opportunity. But you're going to have to be cautious. And why is that? It's because we're going into table topics. And we have Helen. She was our past club secretary. She is a firecracker from Malaysia. And she's got some fantastic questions set up. I don't know what they are because I may be an object of the questions as well. I might be a target. And thinking about Helen, I love she shared both a fun fact as well as a response to the meeting theme. The fun fact here, she's from Penang Island, Malaysia, and this year she's got a goal. She is focused on a target, and that target is to be able to get her cruiser motorcycle license. Amazing. And when it comes to words of wisdom, she wrote something really nice. This too shall pass. This too shall pass, because difficulties, they're momentary, but then the difficulties and challenges are momentary. But instead of focusing on that moment, you can think about the lessons that you can learn that will last a lifetime. And so, bringing a challenge that will last a moment, but maybe give you a lesson of a lifetime. Let's welcome up our Table Topics Master, Helen.
Thank you so much to our Toastmaster of the evening, Joseph. Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So our theme of today is words of wisdom. So for me, wisdom is not just only found in books or famous quotes. Sometimes it comes from our experience, our mistake, and also the people that we meet along the way. And today, I would like to invite some of you to share your own thoughts or story. There is no right or wrong, so just your unique perspective. So, no matter you are ready or not, we are going to begin. Okay, so I have my first questions is the easier one. So, the more earlier that you volunteer yourself, easier question you will be. Okay, my first question is, what is the words that you think every leader should remember? What words do you think every leader should remember? Is there any volunteer over here? Oh, actually, yeah, Harry. And I'm going to tell you, if you are not going to raise your hand, I'm going to call upon you as well. So let's pass the stage to Harry.
Okay, I know you will, so I volunteer. Well, in the year 2000, when I served as the council governor, at that time we didn't have the district yet, but I used the three words, which I think is good for everyone to remember. Use the word as the slogan, which was "Make it happen." Make it happen as requires lots of actions. Behind these actions, you got to have some logic, some mission, and actually the vision behind, so that everyone is driven to a purpose. So I think make it happen was very, very important. And after that term with all the team effort, we District 67 was built in that year. Now, after 26 years, now that it was in the millennium. Now, after 26 years, I want to upgrade these three words. Make it happen through the helping hands of others. The more I get involved in Toastmasters, the more I believe it's always about teamwork. If you want to make something happen, you have to first of all put in your mind, you got to have this teamwork. For teamwork, first of all, you got to tame your emotion. You need to firstly aware of your own emotion, and then you realize, you notice the emotions of others. This is very, very important so that in the end we can work together as a team. Always seek to understand before we can take action. Otherwise, the actions may mean nothing or lots of conflicts. So my my words are make it happen through the helping hands of the others. Back to you, the topic master.
Thank you, Harry. What an amazing word that I heard. Make it happen. It reminds me that upcoming 15th of August, I'm going to have a 1,000 people exhibition. And my team leader also mentioned that let's make it happen, even though our registration now is only 700. Okay, and then I also like the way that you express, yes, we want to make it happen, but you're going to through teamwork. Okay, so let's listen to our next wisdom. So can my next questions would be, if wisdom could be bought, would you pay for it? If wisdom could be bought, would you pay for it? Any volunteer? 3, 2, 1. Can I have Caroline? Oh, yeah. Yes, please. I
Aha!
will pass the stage to
The
you.
volunteers for your questions are the right people, it would seem.
Oh, okay. I will pass the stage to Caroline.
Okay, so would I pay for wisdom? Yes, because, all right, when I saw that the topic today was words of wisdom, I was trying to think of, okay, where is a place that I find wisdom? I find wisdom in the Bible, specifically the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is filled with words of wisdom. That's the whole point of the book, is to give advice. And one of the things it says is, take my instruction rather than silver, and take knowledge rather than choicest gold, for wisdom is better than rubies. So, it is much more valuable than money. Wisdom is far more valuable than gold or silver or gems. Having wisdom is something that is vital to our lives. It's something that we need in order to do anything well. We need wisdom. We need that guidance. And so paying money for wisdom is certainly something that I would be willing to do. Fortunately, reading the Bible is free. You can download an app and do that. So you don't have to pay very much to get this type of fantastic wisdom. The book of Proverbs can be read online or on your phone. So while I would pay for wisdom, I don't have to pay for wisdom. It is not that expensive to gain. So I would pay, but I don't really need to pay that much, which is great. Back to our table topic master.
Thank you so much, Caroline. It reminds me a word is when there is a will, there is a way. When you want to get something, of course, there is so many ways that you can get it, even though with money or without money, as long as you want it. Okay, so I'm going to have my next questions. My next question is, if your life had a motto, what would it be? If your life had a motto, what would it be? Can I have Michael to try on it?
Okay, thanks for having me. If I have a motto for my life, it would be I think it would be effort first. Make it effort first. Let me tell you why. Now, in my story, actually, I have learned with a lot of leaders, and all the leaders are trying to send some message to us. When they send some message to us, it always sent with a lot of words. There's a lot of paragraphs and with a lot of informations. I know my logic is not good, but actually, I'm a fan of logic. Sometimes, sometimes I will copy the long words of our leaders made, and I will cut it. I'll cut the information. I'll cut the unnecessary information out, and stay the necessary information, and send it to all the presidents and also the vice presidents to let them know the necessary information. But actually, I know that my logic is not good. So when it comes to a motto from my life, I choose effort first instead of logic first. So effort first, and the second word will be logic. Thank you for having the opportunity to talk in this club. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Effort first, then come with logic. Okay. So, can I ask Toastmaster of Evening, Joseph, do I still have time? Can I have one last question?
I think that answer is almost always yes. Especially, I noticed we have an Alex Huang that's with us who could definitely use a question, I think.
Ah, okay. So, Alex, okay, let me tune the questions a little bit customized. Alex, would you accept the challenge for a table topic session?
Sure.
Okay. So, Alex, if you could leave one piece of wisdom for future Toastmaster member, what would it be? If you could leave one piece of wisdom for future Toastmaster member, what would it be? I'll pass the stage for you, Alex. Alex, I think you haven't turned your mic.
That's really a wonderful question for you. Because as a media past district director, I always looking for a chance to inspire more leader to grow. And if I can offer a suggestion to a future Toastmasters, that is always don't forget to deliver more speeches. Because as a Toastmasters, we are here to learn public speaking. When we deliver public speech, you will learn how to be a leader. You will learn how to inspire people. Especially, you will learn how to talk to yourself. For every speeches, mostly it's a personal stories. So, when we deliver more speeches and you can get to know yourself more, you can talk to your inner self. And after those speeches, you can start to learn to be a leader. And every time when I am standing on a stage and give a short speech, and I think the best way to give a speech is to share stories. But the stories, I would say uh, from your self motivation. And moreover, I would say because there's a member from China and she's a division director, just asked me to give a short video to inspire their leaders. And the video is about how to serve as a cloud officers. I think all of us should focus on main thing.
mentoring really important. And we had lots of great leaders who went to the Philadelphia Convention. And the first workshop is about kid mentoring and mentoring. I think that's why a leader can learn the most in Toastmaster because we should focus on mentoring, especially during the period that we are kind of experience the increasing membership. Kid mentoring to grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Okay, so today, thanks to our four table topic speaker that share on some of their story and their thoughts to us, and it's a very wonderful learning night. So now I shall pass my time back to Toastmaster of the evening, Joseph.
Wonderful work, Helen. I've missed you. This was fantastic. And true to her word, each question really ramped up the difficulty. But every person stepped up to the challenge, provided a good answer. Wonderfully done. Thank you. And you ran with the theme so well. I loved it. We're now moving into our evaluation session. This is hosted by none other than one of our greatest coaches, our greatest mentors, Von Erich. Von Erich's little background here is great. So he's been in Toastmasters 11 years. I think that covers a couple of us. There are some that are more junior, some that are more senior. And something that happened recently, he had a foot injury. But many of you might know that the world has been just inflamed by the pickleball craze. Everyone's been playing pickleball. And that foot injury does not stop Von Erich. He is all in for pickleball. Now, words of wisdom from Von Erich. If you've ever attended one of his workshops, you know that every single sentence is like word of wisdom from Von Erich. But this one I like quite a bit. The growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. Growing and developing people. Spoken by a true master of it too. Von Erich, we're ready.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster of the day, Joseph. Thank you very much for that introduction as well. Now, this is our general evaluation portion wherein we will learn from the feedback. Having said that, I would like to call our evaluators. Let's get it going as we are a little bit behind in our schedule. So I would like to call our first evaluator to evaluate our first speaker, Patsy. And this member of our club is also a member of District 76 and a huge lover of D67 club, serving as a secretary this term. Fun fact about him, he is secretly aspiring to become a dancer now. Hoping to be able to dance at a future conference. Why not? Now, words of wisdom from him. Constant dripping wears away the stone. Please help me welcome our first evaluator, Stefano Spilio. The screen is yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Von Erich, for the kind introduction. Thank you, Patsy. I loved your speech. And this is actually the second time I have the pleasure of listening to the speech. I once listened to it in person and I get to listen to it online. So I feel like I'm getting double the service. There's so much going on in your speech. What I like, and this is me having had the pleasure of witnessing Patsy's journey, not just from this club's speeches, but having listened to different of Patsy's speeches. I think she's a great speaker in terms of the delivery, the pauses, the gesture, and the thrill. One of the points that stood out for his speeches was you made us feel tense. You made us feel like we'd found some money on the side, and the lie detector, I felt like I was being quizzed. So I think your storytelling skills were really shining in your speech. I really love the message as well. You talked to us about the journey. The speech is very easy to follow, so I was never lost. I was just vested in listening. What's gonna happen to Patsy? Is she gonna be arrested? Are they gonna deport her? Are they gonna send her to Guantanamo and give her, searched for $20 or anything? But you tied it all really well together,
where you gave us the message about getting a second chance, and I think that's a very strong message because I guess I found some money on the side at the station, and yes, I thought that was a tip as well, so I could relate well with your story. There are a few humble suggestions to make a good speech already stronger. The first point, I thought the cash register. I think maybe with your in-person speech, you were able to make a better noise. I don't know if it was like cha-ching or some kind of more like I'm handling money and I found money on the side. So I thought there was some area for you to add a bit more depth when you were initially finding the $20 bill and you were talking about uh, doing the counting operations. I think that part could have been a bit slimmer as well in some parts. The second point, which I would love to see more from this speech, is you were given a second chance, and you were told how that opened up the door for you to build a successful career in the hotel industry. Is there anything that you encountered where you'd give someone else a second chance? Maybe yourself being in the shoes of the officers. I think adding that additional element where you took advantage of the opportunity to do even better adds to the message. But overall, great storytelling, great delivery. I love the speech. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Bonaire.
Job well done, Stefano. Thank you very much for your detailed feedback to our first speaker, Patsy. Moving on, it's time to call our second evaluator. And our second evaluator is Becky Long. He's into 10 clubs, of which 2 from Taiwan, D67. And of course, he's part of Global Family and Global Champion Toastmasters Club. Now, words of wisdom from Becky Long. The main thing is to keep the main thing view. As much as you want to keep the main thing, then here it is. Our second evaluator, please help me welcome Becky.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Andy, giving us a very good speech. Can you decode your emotions? I believe most people think they feel one thing, and actually the underneath emotions or feelings is in others. So this is what Andy shared with us. Andy, this is the first time I meet you and give an evaluation on you. There's 2 things I like more. First of all, hope. You start with connecting with all of us. Do you understand your emotions? And you give a very good pause that let us sink into your questions to think about ourselves. Where do we really understand our emotions? In my mind, I also just like you. I don't have much up and down. And maybe when we describe our emotions, I also use one word. So it makes me very resonate with you by you using the connection with me. And at the end, you also ending with an echo questions. What was your actual feeling? And underlying, you are telling us that it's more than one word. It's more than one word to describe your feelings. And this hook make us more connect. And I like this. And the second thing, I believe you are a pretty analytical presence. You have a very clear structure and you help us to dissect the different emotions. Nervous, it can be worries and excitement. Annoyed can be fear, doubt, and left out. And by learning from you, I got something to think deeper. What's the meaning of one emotion? It can be more. And so I learned something from you, and to help you to help everyone from good speech to make it stronger. I will challenge you because your topic is about vocal varieties. So in order to make it have more vocal varieties, to be more dynamic, is move from tail to soul. And how you can move from tail to soul is by adding more dialogue. So such that you can easily to play with the vocal varieties. For example, you can add the dialogue between your colleague and your customers and how you make you feel, or your inner self dialogue, such that you can make best use of the vocal varieties. And second suggestion is about the title. Your title is straightforward, understanding emotions, so we know everything about what you are going to do. Maybe you can add some suspense to us. You can use decode or inside out to play against the movie, just that we may think of, okay, maybe emotions, but we don't know what you are going to talk about. Understanding emotion is a bit straightforward. Of course, this giving some suspense to us will make the speech more interesting. After all, I like your hawk and your analytical clear structure. And you can further add in more dialogue and create a more suspense title. Thank you.
Wonderful feedback. Thank you, Becky. Thank you for providing feedback and suggestion, humble suggestion to our second speaker, Andy. Moving on, it's time to call our helpers. We have two helpers, the timer and counter report. Timer report already posted in the group chat. I'm not going to call you Sylvia to save time. However, I would like to say thank you very much for your effort, your dedication in taking this role. So thank you also for posting all the result in the group chat. For members, particularly speakers, please check our group chat so that you will know your timer or timing. Moving on, I would like to call our president and counter for tonight to provide her report. Kyoko, the stage is yours.
Oh, thank you, Von Eric. So we have tonight two speakers. Patsy, no filler words. Excellent job. And Andy, oh, just small thing, as small as 3 times. And table topic speakers, Harry, smaller twice, and Caroline, no filler words. Good job, well done. And Michael, smaller once, and Alex are twice. And Evaluator, Stefano, small are once. Becky, small are twice, but all of them, good job. Good job. Thank you. Back to Von Eric.
Thank you very much, Kyoko. Thank you also for your hard work and putting all your report in the group chat. So members, feel free to read them and we will learn from it and eliminate or avoid or maybe lessen our filler words for our next meeting. Moving on, the time is now 10:23, I believe. So that makes me a little bit behind as per our agenda. Our agenda says I should start my general evaluation at 10:19. So I'll make it short and quick. Becky, I'll give you another work. Please give me 2 minutes for my general evaluation instead of 4 minutes. Of course, 2 minutes is red. Very well done. I would like to say thank you to our Toastmaster of the day for leading us tonight. Very well done. Very energetic. Also, special thanks to our Sergeant at Arms for starting the meeting on time. Always remember, Toastmasters, we begin on time, we end on time if we want to impress our guests. Remember, we only have an hour meeting and we always hit it. Exactly an hour. However, because we are a little bit behind, that's why I'm going to shorten my general evaluation. I'm moving forward to our table topic master. That is Helen. Helen, thank you very much for providing question. I love that you ask the Toastmaster of the day if you still have time. That means to say you are very aware of our time. Also, I like that all the table topic speakers are those people who did not hold a major role. I would love to volunteer to answer your question, Helen. However, I already have the chance to speak as your general evaluator. Thank you to our speakers for not volunteering, and you give that opportunity to Harry, to Caroline, to Michael, and to Alex. Great job, everyone. That is Toastmasters all about. Awareness. It's not dominating, and that is a trait of leader. One thing that I would like to suggest to you, Helen, is probably try to summarize the responses or the reply of all speakers as much as possible. That will be a powerful closing for being a table topic master. Overall, job well done. Questions related to the team. Next one, I love to mention that our two evaluators, I have no further feedback to them. They provided their insight, what they like with the speeches, and also they provided their suggestion. Great job, evaluators. Table topic speakers, job well done. You answered the questions very well with the opening, body, and conclusion, and also not over time. What a great way to answer a table topics. Now, we are a little bit behind. It's because maybe this is one thing that I want to suggest in our agenda. Try to incorporate that 1 minute evaluation provided to every speaker. I did not see that in agenda. So our Toastmaster of the day did a great job. Provide a 1 minute timer, time us for 1 minute, and we will provide a suggestion privately to the speaker. So I think we need to study that and put that in agenda. Number two, as what we mentioned in the last meeting, we are allowing 30 seconds allowance to each speaker so that they will not going to wrap up their speech when they see the yellow or red light. Tonight, particularly our table topic speakers, they utilize that 30 seconds. But I think we also need to put that in agenda. Think of way. The BP Ed and our president will talk about it. How to. So that we will not behind. Overall, great meeting. Another great meeting. Thank you for having me as your general evaluator. I will now return control to our Toastmaster of the day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Von Eric. Really great advice. And I super appreciate that. And I hope that our president, our VP will take that, incorporate into the next meeting. One of the beautiful things is with Global Family, we have a lot of expert Toastmasters. So when we get advice, we can put it in and continue to build up and strengthen our meetings. Couple of final things from me as I pass it back to Kyoko. I want to say it was lovely to have Becky and Carolyn here to be involved and to share. Really wonderful. Sylvia, it was great to see you. It's been a while, and I was so happy to see you step in. I don't get to bump into you very much, and so it was really a great blessing to see you. All right. Well, words of wisdom abound in today's meeting from our speakers, table topics, and people just sharing ideas and thoughts that they have. I hope that something in this past hour stood out to you, a little nugget that you can take into the next week. And with that, let's pass it to our president, Kyoko.
Thank you so much, Joseph, for leading us through such a wonderful meeting. So let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, Joseph. What a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for making tonight's meeting so inspiring. So tonight we had so many words of wisdom. And every speech, every variation, and every topic responses gave us something to think about. So together, we created a wonderful collection of wisdom. Thank you so much, everyone. And also, Andy, thank you for your wonderful, beautiful background for making us a beautiful, such a beautiful background. Thank you so much. And also today we don't have Andy Mizugami, but she is working very hard to make this meeting successful. So let's give her a big round of applause, even she is not here. So thank you so much. And Michael, could I have some comment?
Yes. So actually, first, I would like to say with my table topic answers, I hope I don't offend someone because I learned with a lot of leaders. And for this meeting, I think is really wonderful from my perspective. We see a lot of speakers, we see a lot of surprising, wonderful speeches, and wonderful evaluation. And also, we just have to stay online for 1 hour, and the meeting will be ended. and we also have a lot of gains. So we gain a lot of knowledge, and we can also apply no matter Toastmasters. Sometimes we can also apply it in our social life. So what a wonderful meeting, and thank you for posting on the Facebook, so let me can have the opportunity to join and talking on the stage. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So I hope you coming back to the next meeting and next meetings. Yeah, we welcome you always. Thank you so much.
If I have chance.
Okay, great. Okay, so before we closing, let's take a photo. Thank you for reminding me, Patsy. Thank you.
Yeah, another word of wisdom is a photograph. Okay, well, welcome our new members and also guests. Let's have a smile, embrace of a Sunday, and welcome our upcoming Monday. I'm going to take the photo. Please hold your smile. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, this one is great. Thank you very much. Back to our president.
Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, Patsy, for your support always. Okay, I hope each of us will take home at least one idea that inspires us in the week of ahead. So thank you all for your participation, support. Okay, so have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you at our next meeting. So, do you have any announcements from the members? It's okay. Okay, great. So have a good day, Bon Eric, and have a good night, everyone. Thank you for your participation. See you next week, next meeting.
See you.
Good night.
See you.
See you.
Good night.
Good night.
See you somebody in Vancouver.
Good night.
Yeah, that's right.
See you in
Guys, going to
Vancouver. See you in Vancouver.
Ready.
That's right.
Because I can learn English and have fun. 好，然后这个 have fun 也可以表 have fun，因为都是
Take care, take care.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
76 is payment number 1 in the world.
Yes, world number 1.
Number 2 is Taiwan.
Oh, really? Oh, great. Good job, everyone. Thank you, Alex. See you in Vancouver. Patsy, thank you. Joseph, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Okay. Good night. Good night.